where you will have the financial statement like income statement and trial balance. Sorry, trial balance, income statement, and even the balance sheet. So these are the financial statement which usually you can print your trial balance from the inquiry and reports of the GL, and you can know your trial balance. So after trial balance, so we need to prepare the income and that is the profit and loss statement, and profit and loss statement is nothing but your income and expenditure statement. Okay, and based on that the balance sheet will be prepared. So for this there is no standard reports are there. So for that either you have to go with the Power BI dashboard, which is by default it will be available if you have the Power BI license. Okay, so other than that, so Dynamics is providing you the management reporting tool that is known as financial report. So for that we will go to the general ledger module. Under general ledger module, under inquiries and report, we have financial reports. So these the financial reports. It's very easy tool. You can develop any report easily, and you can publish it. So at here you can see default reports are there, and this is the custom report. So if you see the default reports, you can see based on the industrial and location wise, we have almost 10 to 15 reports are there. These 10 to 15 reports based on the localization, some will work in India, some will not work in India. It depends on the localization, how the server you are utilizing it. For example, I am in UAE, so for me couple of reports will work in default, couple of reports it will not work in default. Okay, so if you want to generate any one of the report, like for example I want to run the let's imagine 12 month single column income statement, which is nothing but your profit and loss statement. Okay, so when I click on generate, it will ask me to give the report date. So mostly at here we will give the month and date, like for example 28th Feb. Okay, and I will click on OK to generate the report. Report generation, it will take hardly 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, there will be a batch job which will be run to generate this particular report. Any of the report, it will take hardly 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, the batch job will be added, and once the batch job is completed, at here a record will be created. Okay, let's see, I just generated 12 months rolling single column income statement, and you can see a action alert has been triggered, has been generated, and you can see this is the report date and this is the generation date, who has been generated, and what is your expiry date. Okay, to view this particular report we will click on view. Okay, so it will open in this way. Okay, so at here you can see we have a sales return and income, and this is my total revenue, and this is my total cost of goods sold, and this is my gross profit, and this is my total admin expenses. So this is my gain or loss account. So net income is how much it's showing over here. Okay, so this format, it depends on the Indian accounting, I mean international accounting standards. Okay, so they have a different accounting standards. I mean, if you see Indian accounting standards, we have a certain format to design the uh, income statement. Income statement is nothing but your profit and loss statement. Okay, so based on that, these terms will be changed. Okay, so this is the way of generation of the report. You can see we have a 2 pages of column. So if I go to the next page, nothing is there. Okay, and if you want to export this particular report, you can directly click on export, and you want financial view, accounting view, transaction view. So we have three different column over here. Okay, So let's understand what is this financial view, accounting view, and transaction view. Now, for example, I have a sales and my sales is 2912,955.72, right? So if I click on this particular amount or the sale, so what will do, it will take to me transaction, this is my total product sale. Okay, how much is my accounting value? I mean, this each account basis, it will fetch this particular value. So again, if I click on this particular value or if I click on the product sale, okay, now it will take me to the transaction level. Okay, each transaction level. Okay, now if I go back, uh, so the report is getting drilled down to the transaction level. Now if I click on this particular transaction, so nothing will be happen. Okay, so you cannot go further. Okay, so in that way we can drill down this particular report. So now this is my financial, so when I generate the initial page, so this is my financial level of the transaction. So when I drill down to the sales, so this is my transaction level, sorry, this is my accounting level. Okay, when I drill down to another page, so this is my transaction level. Okay, now when you are exporting this particular document, okay, so either I can export the first page, either I can export the first and second page, or third page also. So all the three pages, if you want, you will check this all the three checkbox and you will click on export. So once you have clicked on export, a Excel file will be downloaded. So I just downloading the file. It will take 1 or 2 minutes to download the file. Okay, so this is the file which we have downloaded now. Okay, so if you want to see, you can see over here I have three Excel sheets. So this is my financial, this is my accounting, okay, and this is my transactional. And you can see in transactional we have the main account number and along with the dimensions. Okay, so this is the uh, report generation, how we can generate the report. So this is the understanding of how this particular report can be generated. Okay, now let me go back to over here. Okay, now let me go a step back. So the report generation process is straightforward. There is no issue with that. So if you have any issue of generation of the report, please let me know. If you have understand, that's fine. Okay. Now, if I want to make any modification in the report format, or if you want to develop a new report, so in that case, what we will do, to develop new report, we'll click on new, or to edit the existing report, we'll click on edit. Okay, so once you click any one of these, like for example, I am clicking on edit. Okay, so now you can see, do you want to open the report designer application? So you need to click on open. So it will launch an application. Okay, that application name is management report. Okay, so at here you need to log in with your the same login email address which you are utilizing for this particular instance. Okay, so this is the report designer. Okay, so this is the report designer. Okay, so if I want to generate new, I will click on new. Okay, so at here, when you are creating a new report designer, so you have to map couple of things. Okay, so what you need to map? So you need to define your row and your column. So at here we need to define the row definition and column definition. So what do you mean by row definition and column definition? So let's see first our row definition. Okay, so in row definition, if I expand this one or if I double click this one, that is also fine. Okay, so in row definition you can see we have a couple of row definition which is already available. Now I'm opening any one existing row definition. To open any one row definition, so at here you will select that particular record and you will make double click. So once you make double click, your row definition will be open. So in row definition, you will define, so each row what value you need to define. Like for example, now at here you can see we have defined the sales return and other income, and based on this particular number, so at here we are making the total. Like for example, now at here 280 we have mentioned. So in 280 what will happen? The total revenue value whatever it is there, it means that from 130 to 250. So it will combine the value from 130 to 250. Whatever the value is there, it will be populated in your total revenue. Means at here these cells will be combined. So this is one of the Excel tool itself. So it's very easy, you can utilize, and even you can copy all and you can paste it in your Excel, and Excel you will complete it and you will revert back and you can paste it over here. It is a very straightforward Excel tool. There is no issue with that. Okay, very helpful tool itself only. Now, at here we have defined the names of the columns, like name in the each column, each row level, what are the names to be provided. Now, at here we have given this. If you scroll towards your right, so we have the after description we have format code. Okay, so in format code, if you see, if you want to update anything, what we need to do, we need to double click on this particular column. Okay, like for example, see we have a different codes over here like TOT. Okay, TOT is nothing but total of other rows. Complex calculation. DEC is nothing but description. LFT, right, is your left and right alignment. Okay, so these are the different things which is available. So at here, okay, so based on our requirement, mostly we will use TOT and CAL calculations. Okay, so other than that, next we have formula related rows and unit. So at here, like for example, at here I am selecting TOTR calculation sheet CAL. So then based on that, at here I will update my formula. Okay, format override. So this is another thing where you want to like for example, currency is there. So currency in what format you want to specify, whether you want to specify in this particular format or numeric how you want to specify, percentage how you want to put specify. So if you have any custom format, so you can specify the custom format. So the format override, so based on your requirement, we can specify the format for that particular numeric value. Okay, next we have normal balance. So if you click this one, so we can have two kind of balances. One is signing with the account balance with reverse, and if you don't want to mention the reverse sign, so you can utilize this particular thing. Like for example, all the revenue will be having the credit balance. So credit balance in the sense it will have the negative negative sign in front of the income statement. So if you want to showcase that negative sign or if you want to showcase the bracket, so for that you can utilize this particular normal balance sign. Okay, next we have print control. So the print control is nothing but if there are certain rows which you want to print it and certain rows which should not be printed. So in that case, what you can do, you can come to this particular print control, and if you double click this one, okay, now you can see we have a different print control. One is no printing row, and use currency format for this particular row. So expressions for this particular deferral report. So we have a different control over here. Okay, so based on this particular selection option, it will be effect in your report. Okay. Next we have column restrictions. So if you have any column restrictions, we can provide the column restrictions. If it doesn't have any column restrictions, so we can leave it. So it is an optional. So mostly we will not utilize this particular column restrictions. But in case additionally in future, if you want to add any restrictions user list, then based on that we have to provide the restriction user ID over here. So if I scroll more, so we have row identifier, and at here we have the linking the financial dimension. So this row identifier at here we will give the specific user group. So based on that particular user group only, those user only can able to view this particular report. Okay, now at here you can see linking of dimension from Dynamics AX. Okay, so at here, so we will map based on the financial dimension and the main account dimension. We will map over here. Like for example, at here I have selected the sales. You can see at here I have a sale, and in sales you can see the at here we are mapping with main account category. Okay, uh, as I said earlier, so in the COA section, where main account and main account category is required. Main account category is required to classify based on the your management report. So it will be very easy based on if you classify based on the main account category. So if you classify the based on the uh, main account, then that in case you need to open this particular report, and you need to enter that particular main account. I mean, you need to add that particular main account in this particular financial dimension linkage. So in that case, what we will do, we will open this particular, we will double click on this particular cell of that particular main account. So there will be an initial dimension dialog box will be open. Now in this particular dialog box, so let me make a little bit big so that you can able to view it. Okay, so again this is another one of the Excel tool. Okay, it similar look like the Excel, but it's very easy. Now at here you can see this is the main account. Okay, so in this particular main account, if I want to add any main account, I will double click this one. Now I have the range, individual range from and to. I can specify the from account to account, or and also I can give the dimensional value. Okay, and I can give the totaling amount value, total account value. So mostly we will use, if it is a main account, we will use the individual range. Okay, like this my from, so either you can select from this particular three dots, so it will open your main account, and from their main account you can select it. Like for example, I want to select from the range, like hmm, like from here 111 110 111 from here, and my two range is, let me give safe drop bank deposits. So I'm giving up to 180. So this is one of my range. So if I click on OK, so what will happen? So in this particular range, okay, if is there anything is there, so it will be added. Uh, it will be added to these particular cells. Now you can see in this particular grid we have main account category is there and main account is there. So if you add within the same row, if you add both the thing, it will not work. So at here what you need to do, you need to define each row one of the thing. Like for example, at here you have given the main account category as sales. In second line, whether you want to add it or you want to minus it. So you can select this particular option in the operator plus or minus, and after that you will select the respective cell. Like for example, we have main account, we have the departments over here, so you can select the main account and department, and if you click on OK, so based on that particular main account department, so if you have added the operator sign as plus, it will be added. If you have added the operator sign as minus, so it will be reduced. Okay, so in this way we can add the main accounts over here, our main account category. Mostly we will use the main account category as this is the easy purpose of designing the management report, and even in future if you add any new main account, by default it will be tagged based on the main account category. Okay, so in that way we will add for the each say I mean each whatever the description we have given, for the each description we will map the dimension linkage. For total, what we will do, we will calculate from here by using the TOT functions. Okay, so in this way you can see we have added the total. This is my total revenue. Total revenue is nothing but your total direct income and indirect income is your total revenue. Okay, so in this particular total revenue, and from here the manufacturing expenses, so all these are your direct expenses, indirect expenses. So if you combine your direct expenses, indirect expenses, so it will give you the total income. Total income is nothing but so up to here your total expenses are there. So net operating income, it comes from the your total income minus your operating expenses less this gain or loss, so it will give you your total operating income. So from operating income, if you have any taxes and anything is there, so if you remove that particular taxes, it will give net income of the net income which is available during the period. Okay, so this is the formula which is predefined, and even you can also create the formula based on this particular cell value. In case if you want to add in between any new row, yes, you can add it by selecting this particular record and right button, and you can click on insert row. So if you want to click insert row, you can click it, and this particular number will be added as randomly. Okay, so if you want to give the range 10 has a difference, so you can give the 10 has a difference, and in future if you want to add any row in between, you can add it. Okay, so this is the way of adding the row, defining the row definition. So once the row definition is defined, you will click on save, and you will click on save, and once you clicked on save, so the record will be saved. Okay, so if you are creating new row definition, and you have to name the row definition name, and you have to click on OK. Okay, so this is the row definition. Now once this particular row definition has been defined, okay, if you want to close this particular row definition, there is a into over here, you can click on this particular into. Okay, now next we have column definition. So in column definition, you can see we have a various column definition. Let me open any one column definition by double clicking on that. Okay, so in column definition, on top we have three heading: heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. So these are the text field, so you can update any one of the text. And like for example at here in this particular heading 1, so if you want to insert any text like month.
Hello, Gautam sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you forget the recording on.
No, it's on.
Okay, okay,
I have minimized the
okay,
thing.
okay, okay.
Okay. So at here you can see we have a column heading text. So this column heading text, you can see you can insert any one of the map values. Okay, like month name. Okay, if you want to abbreviate the month name or period name. So basically the first up to end date, start date, end date is basically your calendar related things. So other than that, you can insert the currency code, company symbol if you have company logo, and currency description. Like that, we can define it. Now in this case, you can see I have not defined the header one, header two, and header three. In header three, I have defined the legal entity name as USMF, USSI. Okay, the respective legal entity I have defined over here. Okay, and next we have a column type description FD. So at here FD is nothing but the amount on the financial dimension. So at here I have given as amount has financial dimension. The main reason is so we have the dimension linkage. So based on the dimension linkage, so at here I mean in the row definition we have selected the dimension linkage, right? So based on that particular dimension, so whatever the amount is there, it will be populated in that particular column. Okay, column in the sense in the USMF column it will populate. Similarly for USSI, USR, USPI. Okay, so at the end you can see calculate. Though this particular calculation method I have utilized over here, so what it will do, it will calculate my column B to E, and it will give me this particular calculation formula over here. Okay, so the column width by default it will be auto width, auto fit. Okay, there will be no change in this particular column width, so it will be auto fit based on the based on the size of that particular value. Like for example, if I am having 2 million is my amount, so based on the column width will be auto adjusted. Okay, so other than that it will be I mean your fiscal year and period will be on based on the current date, and based on the month it will be auto adjusted, and similarly the period covered it will be YTD. Okay, so other than that, if you see in this particular column definition, so at here we have a reporting unit. So in this particular reporting unit, so you will select the specific legal entity what you have to define. Like for example, if I am double clicking on this particular reporting unit, now you can see I have a reporting unit of respective group. So I will select the respective legal entity as USMF, and similarly for USSR and USSI. Okay, so based on that you can see the legal entity group has been mapped. Okay, so once you have defined this, you will click on save, and if you are creating new, so you will name that particular column definition name. Okay, next we have one more concept called report tree definition. So in report tree definition, uh, like for example, if your organization having a different uh, like for example Reliance Group is there. Okay, so in Reliance Group we have a different industries are there. So you can create Reliance Group as one of the tree reporting design. Okay, and based on that report tree you can classify a number of row definition and column definition, and based on that you can generate the report. Now you can see at here I have defined one of the report tree definition as Al Salam demo reports. Okay, so if I open this particular Al Salam demo reports, now at here you can see this is the companies which are available for my report entry definitions. Okay, And one more thing, at here you can uh, at here there is a security also which can be added for based on this particular reporting group. Like you can see in under security, okay, so we have a user group and compliance. So at here we can give the user has a administrator access or designer access or uh, generator access. Okay, so the designer access, if you provide that particular user, then the user can design it and he can generate it, has a security role. If you have given the generator, then the respective person can generate the report. Okay, admin access having both the options. Okay, so in this particular report redefinition, so we have the report group, and in this particular report group, so what will happen? You will provide the rules. You can see unit security is there, right? So at here you will double click it and add the user and user group, and based on that particular selection user, you can see we have the username. Okay, so you will select the respective user and you will click on OK, and only that person can able to view this particular report. So in this way we can add the security user or user group, so only those person can able to view it the reports. Like for example, in the group of companies, okay, only the group I mean in the head company accountant can able to view the all the financials, okay, of each individual industries. Like the CFO can able to view the all the group level financials. Okay, if an accountant, junior accountant, is able to view oil and gas account financial statement, which is incorrect, and they may know the complete how much they are earning it, so they will know the complete information with the help of this particular financial statement. Why? Because we have the total how much profit we are earning, so we know that. So for that purpose, why the junior resource want to know other industry how much I am earning it. Okay, so in that case we will utilize the security role. Okay, like for example, if it is for everyone, so no need to provide. So if you want to provide, uh, let me search mine. The drawback for this particular is there is no filter option. That only the drawback. Okay, so I just added the user and I have clicked on OK. So only this particular reporting tool, only for me it will be applicable. Otherwise it will not be applicable for the others to view this particular report. So in this way we can add the security role. Now we have seen the column definition, row definition, and reporting tree. So in reporting tree we can classify the n number of we can combine the legal entities and we can make the one reporting tree. Now at here, now if you want to generate the, so the basic whatever the requirement is there that we have configured with row definition, column definition, reporting tree. Now we will go to the report definition. So in report definition, so what we will do, we will map what we have classified so far. So we have checked our row definition, we have checked our column definition, and we have checked our reporting tree. So these three fields will be added in your report definitions. Okay, now you can see if I want to add the report definition, so I will go to the report definitions. Okay, and I will open any one of the report tree. Okay, so at here it will be your respective legal entity name. Okay, so if you are selecting any, then in that case, if you go up, you can see we have at the rate any. It means it will be for any of the legal entities. Okay, and at here you can see we have detail level as financial and account, and financial account and transaction. Okay, so at here if you select financial account and transaction level, as we have seen in earlier report, we have drilled down to the transaction level. So the same way, if you have selected the third option, it will drill down up to transaction level. If you have selected financial and account, then it will show financial and accounts tab. If you have selected financial, it will show the first page itself. It depends on how you want to generate the report. So I will select the all the three legal entities, I mean all the three things. Okay, and at here posted on actual versus budget, it will be by default professional. Okay, so other than that, the base period will be 1 and 2025. Okay, and at here we will map our row definition, which we have created in the row definition, and in column definition what we have created, that we will map in our column definition. And report tree, what we have, if you have created any report tree, you can map it over here report tree, and you will select that respective reporting tree. Okay, so these are the three things which we will configure in this particular reporting definition. Okay, so in report definition we have total four tabs. You can see one is report, output and distribution, header and footer, and settings. Okay, so in reports heading we will add those three tabs over here. One is the row definition, column definition, and report tree definition. So once these three has been added, next we will go to the output and distribution. So at here we have some additional things are there. If you want to represent in the report, you can uh, check those checkbox. Now at here you can see by default we have checked the view the report when it is generated. So once the report is generated, you can able to view it, and reports option. So you can see including header and footer, including footer rows, including underscore rows. Okay, duplicate account we have unchecked it. Okay, similarly in Excel. Okay, also we have defined it. Okay, and if you go to the header and footer, so in header and footer you can see in second section we have given the company description, unit and period coverage and date log. Okay, so you can give more things like that. And like for example in footer also, if I want to give any footer message, so I can add over here. Like for example, this is system generated. I have given this one the system generated report. Okay, now if you have any selections, you can give more. And if you have any images, if you want to add, so you can click on the image, insert image, and you can insert the image. Okay, so this is the header and footer part. And next we have the settings. In settings, at here you can see we have a display digital separator. So if you want to display negative with the negative, or if you want to display with the uh, close brackets, so you can select it over here. Okay, and the currency symbol, if you want to display on the first row or not. So if you want to display, you will check this particular checkbox, otherwise no. Display blank zero account or not. So you can select, if I uncheck this one, then the zero account, zero balance one, it will not display. Okay, so how much my column, I mean decimal between space between should be there. Okay, so these things will be given over here. Okay, in the settings. So once you have done this one, you will click on save, and you can directly click on generate button from here. So once you click on generate, and it will ask the respective legal entity. So I am selecting all and I will click on OK. Now this report is getting generated from the management report. Okay, there is, you can see the report queue status. Now you can see this is the report which is generated. Okay, if I scroll down, okay, now see this is the report is generated, right? So if I click on sales, nothing is there. Okay, there we have other expenses. So if I am opening the other expenses, so I have USMF other expenses 514.2. So if I click on this one, so this is the accounting level. Okay, now if I want to export this one, so if I click on export financials and transaction including all reporting unit, so if I click on export, so it will open in Excel file. Okay, now you can see this is the system generated report. You can see this is the footer which I have added in the report design. Now you can see it has been added over here, the report, this is system generated report which I have added in the report definition. Okay, and this is the format how it will be placed over here. And now you can see we have a consolidated financial and consolidated account. Okay, so other than that you can able to view each legal entity. So in this particular reporting tree I have total uh, two legal entities are there, USMF and USRT. In USMF financial I have only one. In USRT financial I have one record. In USRT account I have respective expense account, and similarly USRT I have transaction level, I have the transaction level. Okay, so in this way this particular report will be generated. Is there any doubt in this particular management report tool? Okay, if you don't have any doubts, then we can conclude our session. You can do one thing, you can practice this week, and we will have one session on Saturday to clarify your doubts on financial, and even if it is in finance module or SEM module. So we will go through in detail for clarification of your doubts. Okay.
Okay, Gautam.
Yeah. Before concluding, one more thing. So at here, for example, if you are adding any new row or at here mostly what kind of issues you will face. For example, if you have added a new account and to transfer that particular balance immediately, for that you can directly go to the tools. Okay, we have a reset data mart. Okay, so we will run this reset data mart in such case. For example, if your balance is not tallying with your trial balance. Okay, so in that case, what we will do, we will come over here, we will check this reset data mart and we will select the reason as missing and incorrect data, and we will clear user and companies, and we will click on OK. Okay, so this is once you have clicked on OK, so there are around 14 jobs which will be run on every each jobs having the different recurrence time as per the standard. So the highest recurrence time is 40 minutes. So there will be one batch job which is running on every 40 minutes, and the lowest batch job is running on every 1 minute. Okay, so if I click on OK, the batch job will be added. Okay, so this is the manually we are running it, so it will take hardly this is the time, this much time it will taking, so it is giving you a warning message. Okay, so still if you want to proceed, you can click on yes, then it will be added to the batch job queue, uh, and you can track the information. Okay, so it has been refreshing has been started, so you can check that one. So it will take hardly 15, sometimes it will take 15 minutes, sometimes it will take 40 minutes, depends on the transaction and the data information, how much the load we are having. Okay, that only thing I want to explain. Mostly you will face such issues, the balance will not tally with your trial balance. In that case, we will run this particular reset data mart. Okay, guys, that's it I want to explain. And if you want to know that what are the 14 batch jobs and what is the recurrence time, you can get it from Microsoft Learn website. Okay, you can see these are the batch jobs which will run. Okay, so if you refresh this particular, if you click on refresh, the status will change to ran to completion. It means that the status has, I mean, it has been done successfully. Okay, for now each this particular mapping jobs we have different recurrence for each jobs. Okay, so to know the recurrence, now you can see, so this is the interval of that particular task. Okay, for highest task is 41 and the lowest is uh, 45 seconds. not 45 seconds, 3600 seconds. The lowest one is this one. Okay, so it will taking the each having the different recurrence time. So based on this particular recurrence time, the jobs will be done. So if you are doing reset data mart, so you are manually pushing all the bad jobs to run manually at one time. So that's the thing. Okay.